A spindly darkness advances over the skyline like a stalking horse, smothering monuments and rooftops, snuffing out light, dragging the curtain of night across the sulky sky. Despite the dimness, the windows have been blacked out and the blinds drawn. The great room is illuminated only by a dull flickering in the hearth. Chiaroscuro shadows crawl flittingly, butterfly bruises, across the sombre faces of 3 silhouettes warming themselves there. "How do we fit your plan, sir?" The man addressed tenses his arms like a giant crow readying to take flight, or gird itself for a squall. "We need people who are not predictable in their thinking," he says. His voice is a baritone, deep and richly textured. It echoes through the empty room and settles on the furniture. Staring across the fireside, the other man fills his lungs and exchanges a glance with the young woman sitting there. Although she is a good 20 years junior to both men, she carries a certain stillness which confers upon her a solid presence. The nature of her working relationship with the man she is watching often relies on communication not based on words, so she understands from the arch of his eyes, the position of his hand, that the statement just made has both flattered and perplexed him. She inclines her head a fraction to the left to let him know that she, too, is not yet sure what to make of it. It is different for women. Predictability. The quality she feels is dull and uninteresting, though regularly considered a dependable trait in her sex. Evidence of sound mental balance. "Unlike our officers," the man continues. He has lowered his voice to a volume just above a whisper. Perhaps he has noticed the echo too. "Our British officers," he repeats, "who are gentlemen, are used to conducting war like a game of cricket. We believe the Germans are abandoning all rules. They are politically violent and murderous." He lets that hang in the air between them, his eyes twin searchlights gauging his guest's response. The young woman assumes a vacant gaze. She is able to apply it speedily, like cold cream from a pot, whenever she is scrutinized, which is so often that she almost does it without thinking. In the opposite armchair, her boss, Jonty, has done the same. Snap. She would laugh if it wasn't so. If the situation weren't so. The man has raised his voice again, and she does not complete the thought. If she had, she might have used such a word as serious or alarming. Either would have increased her degree of tension, and she might have giggled inappropriately. So, it is just as well.